Hi y'all, welcome to Dark Angel Knits. It is November 6, 2013. I am Angel, your host. You can find me on Ravelry as Angel Ellens, on Plurk as Dark Angel Knits. I also have a blog, Dark Angel Knits at blogspot.ca, I think. If not, if anything I said is wrong, you will see it at the end of this podcast in the credits. Alright, so let's get on with the show. It's been 2 months since I've last recorded, and I apologize. Every time I sat down to record, something has happened. And I mean lots of things have happened. I've been sick. We've done so many things already around the house that I can't even remember. I'm sorry for the yawning. It is super early on this Wednesday morning. I got up at 5 this morning to do this, and now it is 6:30 almost. Yeah. Forgot there was a lot more stuff to do. So anyway, we'll get on with the show. It's been 2 months, and there is a ton to show you. I mean a ton. There's even stuff I can't show you because I forgot to take photos. I don't know why I forgot to take photos, but so we are going to try to keep it quick, if that's possible for me. We shall see. Alright, so I finished the car socks I've been working on for months. They have heels, and I made them to fit my mom, so if Mom you're watching, you know what you're getting. I made some socks. I put True Afterthought heels in, and I am very happy with the way they turned out. I don't know where my sock blockers are. They are missing once again, so I'm not surprised. But I think they came out very well. You can't see any holes the way I did it, which is shocking, because for me, I always have holes in my socks. But I won't complain. So they're done. I'm hoping they fit my mom. I haven't tried them on, so if they fit me, they fit her. But if they're a little tight on me, they fit her perfect. That's the plan. I also did you get me very early. Yeah, that never happens. Those car socks, there was no pattern. It was 60 stitches, and it was just that. Nothing fancy. It was just stockinette. So the next thing I worked on, and actually I picked this one up, I'll say Friday. I started this one on Friday. This is the Waiting for Spring by Alba Cabrera. It is done. I started it Friday and I finished it Monday. So it's just a nice little shawlette. It hasn't been washed or blocked, but I think it turned out very nice. And it's hard to see because of the way I have my camera today, and I'm sorry, but that is what it is. So it's almost in this black color, but it's a Knit Picks yarn. Let's see. It's Asphalt Heather, I believe, is the name of it, and it's the Swish, I think. No, the Brava worsted. So it's acrylic, and I'm so impressed at how soft it is. Like, it feels like merino wool. How is that possible? And it's acrylic. But I'm not going to complain. It was the first time I've ever used it. I used 2 balls of it, and I had this much left. Like, I was cutting it pretty close. So, it's maybe 2 yards. But I'm done. It was awesome. So, the third thing I finished is the Table Runner by Lily's Sugar and Cream. I don't know if I talked about this the last time, but I started it. And it's a crochet one, obviously. It went really fast. And it's like a mile long. So the last time I worked on this, I had just gotten to the point. So I think I was about here. And I did like 2 or 3 rows and I quit. So I picked this up and I finished it in the afternoon. No. 1.5 days, I think I finished it in. And I was just so glad to get it done. I want to use it on my table. It's about time. Another thing I finished is The Chainmail and the Good Kind by Heather Ling. This one's for my son James. This was his Halloween costume. He was a knight, my knight in shining armor, and it went so fast. I did this in one day, and it's so funny. It fits. It fits me too. Watch this. It's hard to do this on the camera. I'm not used to putting things on. See? Ready to go. But for Halloween, we even gave him a little plastic sword, and I made him a little belt to go with this. And it was a lot of fun. And he was happy as could be. He was all excited. Trick-or-treating was so much fun, apparently, for him. Not so much for me and my husband. It rained. And rained. And rained. It was windy. But 2 little 3-year-olds and a 7-year-old, it was awesome. Tons of candy. Which is, I'm glad they're happy. Okay, I also started the Lore hoodie by Cerelia Rose, sorry. And I finished it, if I can get it to go correctly. And this is really hard to show you because it's so big. It's finished in my books until I get buttons. And when I get buttons, I might wear it instead of with a stitch holder as a button band or as like a shawl pin. So let's see here. If I stand up maybe. So it's big because I'm big, but it's beautiful. It turned out really well. I'm very happy with it. And I even got the hood done. I may have blocked the hood funny, but I'm not going to complain. So there it's done. And I used Cascade Eco Wool for that. I'm going to show you this. This is the Arc-n-Seal pullover. I finished it, and it's by Maria Lay, I believe. And I'm pretty happy with it, except for the sleeve length. I have to roll it up. So it is what it is. I think I'm going to do surgery on it and stitch the sleeves up because, yeah, I don't have super long arms, but it is what it is. So that's all I can do, right? So let me just check out. I talked about that one. I finally finished it, and this one took me forever because if y'all remember, I knit it once with, was it 4s? Or I forget what size of needle I used. And I knit the whole body pretty much in the wrong size of needle and realized that I made a mistake. But it's fixed, and that's all that matters, right? Right. Okay, what else have I done? I started a tea cozy by Lily Sugar and Cream, and it fits my little pot, and it's in orange, so it's just some cotton I had laying around. It's done. So now I should have warmer tea, right? We shall see. And if I'm leaning down, it's because, I'll show you. Ugh. Everything is in this bucket. And the bucket was to the top and overflowing. Just so you're aware, it's been that long. I did the Promenade dishcloth by Linda Browning. And it looks like this. Isn't that awesome? So I did a ton of dishcloths because I was procrastinating on finishing that button band on the Lore hoodie there. I mean, I really procrastinated. That sweater took me 10 days because it was such bulky yarn and on 8mm needles. Like, crazy. And the reason it took me 10 days is because for 5 of those days, I didn't want to knit the 11 stitches for like a million miles. Yeah, it's true. I really didn't. So I didn't. I put them away. So I did the Promenade dishcloth by, I'm just looking at my notes, Linda Browning. And it went really fast. And I'm happy with it. I did the Starfish cloth by Dionne Reid, maybe that's how you say her name. I blocked it kind of funny, but it is what it is. Everybody's happy, right? Painted Sun Washcloth by Brian McEwen. Oh, don't fall off, bucket. I got it done. I did Doily Style Dishcloth by Lily Sugar and Cream. Check out the yellow yarn. Isn't that awesome? It's also sugar and cream, I think. And I did the Leafy Washcloth by Megan Goodacre. Isn't that cute? But it didn't block very straight, so it has like this wicked curve in the center. But that's okay. For when I hang it on the faucet, it'll just go like that. But it is what it is. I did the Granny Square to Wear by Amanda Tipton. And I made this one for my daughter Caroline because she's my sweetie. And I seen it post on Ravelry. On, I want to say like when the opening page you open when you open Ravelry. It was there. It's just super cute. I may insert a photo of her wearing this just because she looked really cute in it. And we are getting to the bottom, believe it or not. There's a ton more that I would love to have finished and started, but it just did not happen. What's that? Okay, and I did the crochet dress, kids dress by Girly D. De Los Reyes. I want to say that's how you say her name. And this is, oh, I keep untying it. This is for Caroline for Christmas. If y'all don't know, she's my youngest daughter. She is one of my twins. That's so beautiful. And I really love crocheting. I know it's funny. I never knew how to do it before. And I think I've got to the point where I really like it. This has not been blocked. So it fits her pretty good. I have to make a little white dress to go underneath it. I'm thinking a nice long white sleeved one, long sleeve dress, and a long one. Maybe a ruffle at the bottom would be fun. We'll see. But that's pretty much her Christmas gift this year for me. My husband and I have talked about, you know, maybe getting them a toy and making them something, and then that's their Christmas gift. And then we don't have to spend like a fortune on everything else. Oh, the screensaver's bad. Should change that for next time. This is the Cygnus Square by Chris Simon. This is for Caroline's Christmas, like her blanket. I want to make them each a blanket. And this is hers. This is one square. This is light. It's kind of like a, well, it's close, like a lighter blue. And then I did the Lily Baby Cardigan. I don't have this to show you, so if I'm editing this, hopefully you see it. It's a Lily cardigan by Laura Edwards. I knit it for my new niece. My sister had her baby. Yes. She was, I want to say 5 pounds when she was born. She's really beautiful, and I love her. Her name is Natalie, and I really love her. She was just here yesterday, so I got to hold her some more, but it's all good. If you see photos of Natalie at the end, you'll know that's Natalie. Another thing I finished is the Pineapple Doily by the Spool Cotton Company. And it is finished. I told you, I really, really like crocheting. And this is that crochet thread. This is held single. For the dress I held it double, and I used a bigger hook to get gauge or what I thought would fit her better. So, isn't that so pretty? Okay, that's done. And then I finished the Lonely Tree Shawl by Sylvia Bolivia. And I'm pretty happy with it. I thought it would have been bigger, and I even did, I think, half a repeat. I didn't have enough to do olive chart, whatever the expansion was for this. But it came out pretty good, and I'm happy. It's kind of a rougher wool, so it's not something I'll wear with a shirt that doesn't have sleeves. So we'll see. But it all worked out pretty good. Oh, there's some string. I'm happy with it. And, oops, sorry y'all, there's the TV remote. I finished The Ragdoll by Fiona McTagg. Oh, I forgot a few other things, but we'll talk about them later. I may insert photos of them. Or if I can't find the photos, then what will I do? We'll talk about it. So, I finished The Ragdoll by Fiona McTaggart, and me and my husband, we decided to call her Susie. And here's Susie. Susie, be good. See if we can get you in here. This is Susie. She's button eyes and a pathetic little mouth, but she's done. She even has a little dress that I screwed up, and you know, the kids like her. She is Kara's doll, and everyone's happy. See, her feet are cute too. So, she's done. Susie's done. Say goodbye, Susie. Bye. So, those are the things I finished, and then I have a few other things I can tell you that I finished. I finished The Mallow Socks by Wendy Johnson. They went to my mother-in-law for her birthday. I will insert a photo, again, if I remember. I completed 3 sets of square swaps. So I did the Topsy Turvy by April Moreland, and I don't have them in here. I don't know where they went. I did have everything laid out last night before I went to bed, and I don't know. It is what it is. I also did Smooth Fox's Mayflower and her Jubilee Square. Again, missing in action somewhere in this house. Hopefully next time I record, which will be next week, make me do this. If you see this and I don't record next week, you hop on Ravelry or on the blog and yell at me, because I need to get back into schedule. By Donna Mason Severa. I want to say that's how you say your name. But I did those 3 sets. I also did a bunch of Halloween stuff for a swap partner. For a swap group I'm in for a partner. She made me a little package, so I thought if she's making me one, I should get off my lazy butt and make her something. So I did. I made her a pumpkin washcloth by Nikki Green, a stuffed pumpkin by June Gilbank, tiny pumpkin appliques. Did not get to her. They were meant to be made into hair clips, and you know, I just didn't get there. But they're somewhere in this house, and I'm pretty sure they're living under the sofa right now because my kids are very busy. And they are by Renelle M. Lagos. I think that's how you say your name. But my swap partner did get an autumn leaf. I knitted it out of, all of this stuff was out of orange. I do not buy orange yarn very often, and the orange yarn I do have seems to sit. And that's exactly what happened. I used, I think it was the Bernat Chunky orange yarn I've had forever. I used it to make a cardigan for my son when he was very small, and it has stuck around in the stash bin for a while. So I used it up for most of these projects. But I finished the Autumn Leaves by Linda Perman. It is done. I crocheted 2 tiny crochet spiders, and they weren't small. They were like this big. Yeah. Maybe it's because I used chunkier yarn. Ooh. But it turned out pretty good. And they are by Julie Kundai, Kundhi. I had made 2. One for my swap partner, and one for the kids. And the one for the kids, I don't know where they put it. I looked and looked. So you get it without it. If I find a photo before I get this updated, then find it and take a photo of it before then, you shall see it. If not, you'll have to hopefully wait until I find it, if you're that interested. I also made Pumpkin Time Garland. This is like, it's like a pumpkin, a flat pumpkin, and I made it for like a cup coaster, so I'm hoping that's what she used it for. by Karen Wiederhold. Maybe that's how you say your name. So yes, if you see a photo of all of this stuff someday, you will know that's what I sent my swap. And I forgot to take a photo of them before I mailed them. Yeah, I'm special. But y'all know that. That's why you're here, right? Because I'm special. I gotta get going. Okay, whips. What am I currently working on? I started the Nutkin Socks by Beth LaPensia. Pensa? And I'm not very far. I have another pair of socks on the needles also. But these are them. And this is in Patton's Croy. Oh, and we are tangled. And if you hear a little person in the background, that would be my youngest daughter. Yeah. It's like almost 7 o'clock. She's like an hour early. But, let's see. This is very good yarn. It's turning out pretty good, and that is so not showing up. Oh, wait. There. You can sort of see the pattern in here. It kind of crosses. But it's a neat pattern. Originally, I started these socks, I want to say, 3 years ago? Has it been that long? But they intimidated me. I'm not intimidated anymore. This is such an easy pattern. I only need to look at the pattern for the chart when I get past row 10. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I told you who it's by. So it's working out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm hoping maybe by Christmas, but they're just for me, so it doesn't matter. The second thing I'm working on are Moss and Lace Toddler Socks by Cheryl Greenfield, and here's sock 1. And these are a little hard to see too. You can see they just cross just lightly there, and there's the seed stitch. These are for my son James, and he is uber happy to be getting little socks. And here's sock number 2. So I finished the sock number 1 today, or yesterday, I guess. It's been a long day. A long morning too already. But here's sock number 2. It didn't take me long. Ooh. Here's the heel flap. I have 7 more rows to go. This is also a free pattern on Ravelry. Ravelry is my friend and enemy all at the same time. Yeah, because I can get lost for hours on it. But those are my 2 socks I'm working on. Third thing I started was the Color Affection Shawl by Vera Velamelki. And I have color number 1 done, or the first portion done. And I love it. Like, do you see the purples? It looks like a dream, and it's striping kind of in this nice little way of its own, and it just looks so pretty. And here's the yarn, what's left of it. The ball kind of barfed on me a bit, but I'm happy. I don't know when it'll get done. It'll just get done. I've been pulling out my works in progress box, and it's been slowly disappearing, so I'm happy. Oh, sorry. There's another project I forgot to bring in. It is the Basic Infant Hat by April Moreland. It is a crocheted hat for an infant. It has the crown done, like the top portion of the hat. I just started picking out, I don't know, is it increasing or decreasing to come down the hat? I'll get there. It got pushed to the sideline so I could finish this sweater. I think all I had to do, no, it wasn't this sweater. I think it was that shawl and something else I finished. But it's getting there. Maybe next week it'll be finished if I should feel the need to finish it. It's been wanting to get done, it just hasn't. I also have an older project on the needle still that I've been thinking about finishing. If you hear that, I'm sorry. It's my husband's alarm. He's procrastinating getting up again. Yeah. Here's the Marriagement Shawl by Candair Stitch. I think that's how you say her name. I did it in a thread cotton. You can almost see that inner pattern there, which is kind of nice, because I'm hoping it'll really pop after it gets blocked. Oh, there you go. It looks very pretty. But I wanted to do it with bigger needles. I can't tell you what size they are because I don't remember, and I don't have anything nearby to help me tell you, but it is what it is. And eventually I will get it done. I'm hoping to work on it this week. We shall see. Try to keep it going. That's all I'm working on. I know. You think that's a lot or something, right? But we're working on it. Other things that have gone on lately. So this is the news section. I've had the cold for 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, I think. I finally got over it. I mean, I was sick. Like, so sick. And it didn't go away. I got it the first time, and it lasted a week. And I thought it kicked my butt pretty good. And then, wouldn't you know it, 2 days after I got over it, I got reinfected. I mean, reinfected. Kids are wonderful. Don't get me wrong. But they share these things, and I don't like to share that kind of thing. No. Not at all. So I got reinfected. And then I got over mine, finally, and my husband got it again. I was like, you can't touch me. You can't kiss me. I'm not holding your hand. Don't touch me. And he was like, what's wrong? And I go, I don't want it again. I don't want it again. I'll go crazy. I was sick for 3 weeks. Like, sick. It felt like I got my butt kicked every day. Really bad. So I'm over it now. Everything went well. And just before Rhinebeck, my husband decided to break our washing machine. Yeah. So if y'all wondered why some of y'all didn't see me there, yeah, my washing machine broke, and we took our trip money and we bought a new set instead. It's not what I wanted. I really wanted to go, but it's all better. It's all done, taken care of. I have a washing machine, and he's pretty much banned from using it unless I give him permission, which is very rarely, unless I'm sick and I don't feel good. So very, very rarely does he do it now. That's okay though. Less chances of things getting tie-dyed. He's a good guy. He really is. He's awesome in a lot of other ways. He just, I don't know. He tries too hard maybe. So yeah, a lot of crazy things have gone on. I was on Ravelry today, actually, and I found out there's a new yarn store in London. So it's about 45 minutes from here, where I live, to go to London, which is kind of normal, because we don't live in the city, we live in a small town. And a lot of us, if we want to go to the city, we just go. It's not a big deal. Just go for the day. Do your thing. And it's called Knit Stitch, and it's on Richmond Street, I think. And I'm hoping someday soon to go and see. It's just a little knit shop. So I wanted to give the word out there. What other crazy stuff's happened? I didn't go to Rhinebeck. Oh, we went to Niagara though for the weekend. A couple weekends ago when when Rhinebeck was going on. We went to Niagara Falls with my little people. We took them. And we were going to do touristy things, and oh my god, it was like the week we should not have left home. I just got over my cold, and then we went and we had a flat tire. To the point where we had to get a replacement. That's okay. And we just drove around, got lost a lot. We went to IKEA though on the way home, and it was fabulous, and we stopped in London, and went to the Children's Museum, and the kids had a blast. I didn't, because I'm a control freak, and it is what it is. I don't do well with free-range children. Freaks me out. But they were happy. That's what mattered. It was like a giant play place. And we lost my son at one point, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack. But it's all better. It's all better now. Everything worked out. He just disappeared and came right back. And he told me that we left him. We lost him And we had to tell him, no, James, you left us. He's the one that ran around the corner and scared the life out of us because he just disappeared. He's really fast and smart, and he's a funny little boy. But we love him just the same. What else went on? A lot of other stuff. Kathy loves school. She's doing really well. We actually got her report card, and I have to go in for a parent-teacher conference. I'm not sure why. If my daughter's getting like A's and A pluses, or the equivalent of, here we use letters, so it's like E's. E's are good. They're not failing. They're like an A plus. So all her big stuff, it was E's, and then, so I don't understand. But we're supposed to go, so I'm going to go on Thursday after school. We'll see. I just don't understand why we'd go for a parent conference teacher or whatever if your kids are doing fine. I feel that it wastes the teacher's time, but they all want us to go in, so I guess I'm going. I have to get my twins registered. I've been putting it off for kindergarten. I did apologize beforehand that it's early. I am not a morning person. I am very much a night person. But it is what it is. So, what else is going on here? Trying to potty train the twins. Oh my god. How do y'all do it? With my oldest, it was hard enough. But the twins, it's like crazy. Jimmy, he's willing to a point. He'll go in the morning, and then he's done. He doesn't want to go potty anymore. And Kara's like, what's the potty? I don't sit on the potty, Mom. No, I don't want to sit on the potty. I like keeping my clothes up. I don't want to sit on the potty. She'll put her dolls on the potty, but she won't do it. So I'm hoping putting her dolls on the potty is one step closer. We're hoping. What else is going on? I think that's it. We've been doing stuff here at the house. We found out that our house has no insulation in the basement. And our basement is like a crawl space, so you have to literally get on your stomach and crawl around. I don't like bugs or critters, and me and my husband went under 2 weeks ago now and discovered this. And then last weekend I went back down to finish checking out the rest of the basement and was very disappointed, but we have a lot of stuff we have to do. We are hoping maybe to get a person to come in and spray insulation in there. We'll see, which is very expensive, but we're hoping maybe to get them to do it if it doesn't cost much more than to get the bad insulation and do it ourselves. Okay, so here's the last part. What's next on the needles? I'm going to try to do the Olivia's Butterfly Hat by Voltaire Witten. I think that's how you say her name. And then I'm also going to see about ripping out that sweater behind you and making the Abalone by Beta Jeski. Jezek. I would love to start the Vlad shawl by Tammy Bailey. I wanted to start it by Halloween. That did not happen with everything else I was doing, but I'd really like one. I think they're beautiful. I'd also like to start the Belief Half Pie shawl by Kimberly Piscini. I think that's how you say her name. She is the podcaster from Sock Bunny Knit and Fit. I'm hoping to get it started and finished by the end of November so that I could enter in her knit along. And I'm also going to be starting The Summer's End by Heather Mallory. It's a sweater for my mother-in-law. Yeah, I know I'm saying insane, right? I'm also going to be knitting one for my husband, it's a very nice pullover with a detailed neck piece. It's very pretty. Also, when I get the yarn from Knit Picks, that is when I actually click send, we will be getting it. What else is going on here? Oh, the podcast. We were having a knit along, weren't we? I'm going to leave it open one more week because everything's been insane, and I don't think you guys want to sit here an hour and listen to me blabber. So we are going to leave it open one more week, and then depending on how many entrants, there may be a surprise for y'all. Alright, so until then, you will see me on Ravelry maybe, and hopefully see this, and sometime next week, hopefully before Saturday next week, you will see a new podcast. Alright, until then, see y'all later. Bye.